So in our niche of gardening, we're going to look for some gardening people, other Twitterers, or tweeple as they call them, that are into gardening. Actually what this does is this searches for anything, anybody, or any tweets that have the word gardening in it. So click on search, and boom. So you can see here gardening within the tweet, either within the tweet or within the name. So then, and then this is where we got Farmer Phoebe at here. You can reply to this tweet by clicking here. You want to just view the tweet. Well, it'll just load this one tweet up if you just click on that. Anything that is referred, that any links that they have within their tweet, usually it is assigned to a tiny URL. And if you're not familiar with this, well, then you go to tinyurl.com, and if you've been marketing at all for any length of time, then you're familiar with this website. This is used to take a humongous URL and squeeze it down into a small URL, or in this case, a tiny URL. Now, there are other ones out there too, that a bud URL, a snip URL, these other URL shrinking sites are just as good as tiny URL insofar as shrinking the URL, but they also allow you to track the number of clicks and where those clicks are coming from. These are free sites and these are paid sites. So that's something we're going to be checking out here in a later video as well. But just to let you know, that's what this is here. You can click on this to expand it. And this is the actual URL right here. It's not that big. Anyway, that's what it is. So this is the search function for Twitter. And if we just click on guerrilla gardening, I don't know. And frankly, myself, this is the default picture. And this is just me, and you'll find this with others too, but I figure if these guys are not into Twitter enough to change the default image, then chances are they're not going to be into clicking on any of my links. So I'm just going to pass them on by, but that's just my 2 cents worth. So what do we got here? You can do vertical gardening. That's cool. Let's check this one out here. Just click on the image, and this brings us to Forgotten Beauty. Okay, now they have a standard background image, and that's another thing too. Anytime that you go to check out somebody else to follow, or if they followed you and you just want to see them and who they are and what they're about, by all means check out their page, see what they got going on, and learn from that. Here's the button here that you can click on to follow them. And you can also, the chances are pretty good that those that are following them may be related to the same niche. So if we click on their followers, these are all the people that are following them. This one was the one that followed them last. So in a timeline way of thinking, these guys, this Sarah was the last one to follow Forgotten Beauty. And then this one was the next one. And as you come on down here to the bottom, click on next, it'll go to the next oldest. Perry Belcher's awesome, by the way. Just a little side note. But that's what we're going to do. We will just simply go to someone that's within our niche. Of course, we will follow them as well. So we'll just go on back here. We're going to click on follow. We're going to then go to their followers. As you can see, we are now following them. And then just start clicking away. And remember, you only have 2,000 of these to go. So, oh yeah, and also you don't want to go hog wild. You want to limit this to about 100, no more than 250 a day. You do more than that, then the algorithm, the Twitter gods, they may assume or think that you are spamming, that you are some kind of a machine that is going through here for ulterior motives that are not good. And then they will just suspend your account and they'll close you down. We don't want that. So limit this. Do 100 to 200, maybe no more than 300 a day. And believe me, after about 20 or 30 of these, you're going to get tired anyway. So we're just going to follow. If you are at all new to marketing and social media, check out Perry Belcher. Go to YouTube and do a search for Perry Belcher. This guy will explain it to you in a way in which you will understand it. Okay, so now we've clicked on, well, if we go on back up here at the top, go home, we will see that we are now following 22 people. And from 4, we've got 5 followers already. And as you can see, as we start clicking on those that we are following, we are now seeing what they have to say. And likewise, when people click on ours to follow us, they will also be able to see what we have to say. And that's how it goes. That's the power of Twitter. You can see right here, their images are showing up right here. And one other thing too I want to mention is that there is another add-on or a plug-in for Firefox that really adds an extra oomph to your Twitter page. That's called Power Twitter. You may have noticed that before because I've just disabled it for this particular video. But if we go back up here, and if you go to Tools, go to Add-ons, and then go to Get Add-ons and do a search for Power Twitter, then that's going to come up. And then I just need to enable this and restart Firefox. And now you can see the logo up here has changed. It says Power Twitter, but there's a few other changes too. Right here within our sidebar. Okay, we already know that this looks pretty cool, so we're going to go ahead and squeeze this back together here so we can see everything. And within our sidebar here, right here, now has a search box. And we can do the same thing right here. Just go in here and we can type in gardening. And do a search. And it comes up within our page. It does not take us to a different page at all. We are still within our page. And we just go on down here and do a search. See what we've got. We can go to older tweets, because these are in order of the last tweet. And we can just repeat this process. New and improved gardening task explorable. Click on this one. Click on follow. Check out their followers. As you can see, we are following them. People for Earth. And we just keep on clicking. Now you can see a lot of these are niche related, which are cool, because they will help out our particular niche, because they will follow us, and then the people that are following them will do maybe the same thing that we're doing and then follow their followers, which we are one of. And you can see how this is going to snowball in no time. So let's go on back up here to the home. Now we are following 31. We still have 5 followers. And this is going to go ahead and bring us to the end of this video. Now there are other tools out there that allow us to kind of automate the process of following, and we're going to cover those in an upcoming video where we discuss more about the applications and the tools that are popping up left and right for Twitter. But for the time being, I just wanted to introduce you to the methods involved and the thinking behind different ways in which we follow people to get them to follow us. And hopefully you learned something. Anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of this video, and thank you much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video. See you then.